Okay, this is BSN Snipes.
This is Rose Foxen.
It's Smiley Extreme.
Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna like talk about Fortnite, like the current state of it, and like what we think should happen to it. So we're gonna start off with like talking about like the shotguns in the game. So Rose Fox will explain what we think about the shotguns.
Okay, to begin, of course we are gonna want to have the pump shotgun in the game. And we think we would keep it as common through legendary, but we would adjust the damage from being 70, 80, 90, 100, and 110 to 90, 95, 100, 105, and 110. We're keeping the same headshot multiplier. The reason why we think this is because most pumps in the game, graded to blue, are pretty much full. And the only viable pumps in the game are really the epic and legendary variants. Another change, this one might be controversial in a way, but we feel like the tac shotgun may need to be removed from the game. Basically, the current meta is W keys into someone's box.
Can I explain this one?
Shotgun.
So basically, right now, people aren't carrying pumps because tacs, you could do way more damage by just spamming them, and the current meta is just all these brain dead warriors W king in the boxes, and you just barrel stuff up the tac and it'll do much more damage, and it's just annoying. So we feel that's not a good. Either we feel like the tac needs to be nerfed, or we need it to be removed from the game, and a new shotgun needs to take its place.
Maybe like reduce the shooting speed.
I mean, but that makes it a tac.
I mean,
So,
you're right.
Other shotgun. So the charge shotgun, we do think is coming to the game next season, and we also think another shotgun such as a sawed-off shotgun or a Tempar shotgun or whatever it's called is also leaked to come into the game, according to other files and stuff like that, and leaks and stuff. So
Another change.
wait, did you talk about the combat?
No, not yet. So basically, we feel this one may be another controversial thing, but we feel that the combat would come back in its epic and legendary form, with the same amount of body shot damage. But here's the thing: we feel as though the headshot multiplier might need to be adjusted to 1.5 times to be more balanced out the gun. Actually, that's the same headshot multiplier as now, but it's great. And that's pretty much all there is for the shotguns. Now on to BSN Snipes with
Yeah.
assault.
Did you talk about the change about the pellets to the head?
The entire
Oh, yeah.
pellet system
Oh,
needs
yeah.
to be reworked.
So
basically,
yeah.
the way the game is works currently is that it is a minimum of 3 pellets damage for body shot, which means that if you were to shoot a legendary pump per se, it will always do 33 damage.
Yeah, so let's say you only hit one pellet, it will do the damage of 3 pellets. If you hit 1 to 3 pellets, it will do the damage of 3 pellets, so that you can't do less damage. Then let's say the purple pump is 10 damage per pellet, the minimum you could do to the body is 30 damage. But
Now
this is
here's where
before
we
damage
make it
drop
different.
off.
Yes. But here's where we different things.
Yeah,
Now,
that's
the
what we're
headshot,
adding.
The minimum instead of doing minimum of 3 pellets, instead has the minimum damage of what the body shot has. So our idea is that instead of being the minimum damage of the body shot, it would be the minimum damage of 3 pellets to the head.
So
for example,
what you're saying is, if you hit 1 pellet to the head with a purple pump that does 10 damage per pellet, if the headshot is double, which is 20 damage per pellet, and you hit 1 pellet to the head, it should do 3 times, or it should do a 3 pellet damage for 60 damage. So the minimum you should do when hitting 1 to 3 pellets to the head is 60 damage.
yes.
Okay.
Those are
Now
the changes that we feel that would work with shotguns.
Yeah,
The
that-
BSN Snipes
so-
with the assault rifle.
new shotguns, a pump, and a combat we feel should be in the game, and the way we talked about them. So now, with assault rifles, we feel that the current meta has them OP, and people are using them over shotguns and winning battles against people who are hitting every shot with shotguns, and the people with shotguns are still losing because the people with IRs are just OP. So we feel the headshot should be 1.5 times for the regular one, but still keep it common to legendary, still keep everything else about it, the same damage and everything. Just the headshot multiplier we feel should be 1.5 times. Now, we feel the burst should be in the game, but not the gray through, or common through rare. We feel just the epic and legendary. So, and we feel the headshot on that should be 1.75 times. The AK we feel should be common through legendary, so we add every variant of the AK to the game.
Pretty much keep it, or remain it untouched. AK is, in our eyes, is
No, we
pretty
put
much
the
a
AK as
perfect
1.75 headshot too.
Oh, you changed that? I guess that was one of the changes you didn't make.
Oh. Okay. And then we feel the infantry, just the epic and legendary variants should come back just the way they are. 2 times headshot, the same damage, everything the same. Now on SMGs, you want to talk about that?
Sure. So, we will continue having the submachine gun in the game, common to rare, except the one difference we want to make is another headshot multiplier change. To make it 1.5 times because, let's face it, SMG is going to be OP at times and spraying damage just can be cut. We also feel like that we should have another epic and legendary variant of an SMG, but not the normal one because that one is crazy overpowered.
Yeah.
Comparable to an SMG. So we want the compact SMG to come back, but the headshot multiplier will be reduced 1.75 times.
Yes. Wait, and then did you so
didn't
we
do
have
the
drum
energy
gun, regular,
Yep. we
and
want the
then
drum gun.
compact. And basically we want the headshots on the drum and compact to be 1.75 and the SMG to be 1.5. I also think the burst SMG should come back, common through rare, the way it already is in the game, and just the way it is.
So let me explain what the thing about the drum gun then. So basically, we would like the drum gun to be epic and legendary instead of green and blue, or uncommon and rare. And it would do 24 damage and 25 damage. With a
Yeah.
like,
So
since I
the
did that
legendary
before,
one will be able
1.75.
to 4-shot or 8-shot if you have full shield, and the other one would have to add an extra shot. But
Actually,
about the
no, it wouldn't be able
headshots
to.
on the SMGs too, we feel that spamming headshots and winning in shotgun battles with SMGs or ARs is still OP and shouldn't be an option because the kill of the shotgun should win most of the time in shotgun battles.
Now, one thing I want to say before we go into the snipers is that we had made this before they made the adjustment to the heavy sniper. So I guess you can pretty much leave the heavy sniper out now because they've pretty much done what we needed for us. Then continue on with the snipers now.
Wait, you talked about the heavy?
I'm just saying the heavy sniper. We don't really need to talk about it because they already have it balanced as frick now.
Yeah, but there is one thing I want to talk about. So, with Explode, okay, so we have different guns coming to the game, such as a minigun. I think there should be damage drop off on the minigun. That's my take on it. Same as like an AR damage drop off though, not like an SMG, like an AR. I also think the RPG should come back. We think it should do, I think it should do 95 damage. So, I'll talk about why I think there should be one rarity of these guns. So one rarity minigun, and one rarity explodes, and one rarity snipers. This is what I think about them. So, I think the RPG, it should have to reload longer, and it should do 95 damage. The proximity, the grenade launcher, I think it should come back, do 75 damage, and the reload should be like a second more at least. The boom bow we think should come back, 75 explode, 100 body, and no headshot, just like it is now in the game. But yeah, just like it is now in the game. Not the legendary one, but the mythic one that you could get from TNT. And have 5 shots and reloads over time, just like the one that's in the game now. For snipers, we think the hunting rifle, 75 damage. The bolt, 100 damage. We think it should hold 2 bullets. The heavy, they already nerfed that. We think it should stay the same now. And we think, so all the snipers would have a 2.75 times headshot damage. So basically, with them all being one rarity, I created this system where these special guns, like snipers, explodes, and special guns such as the minigun, should have this rarity called special, which is basically the mythic rarity. It wouldn't be like the mythic rarity in the game now. It'll be just like any other rarity, except that the mythic rarity is only these special guns, and it's hard to find them. And then basically you can only hold one special item at once. So if a minigun, an RPG, and a sniper are all this mythic rarity, then you can only hold one mythic gun at once, and it would take 2 slots. That's my take on it.
Now,
So you want to go on?
Yes. Now onto the items.
Wait, pistols.
Oh, yeah, I forgot those existed.
Yeah.
Okay, so the pistols we feel that should be in the game are the common through legendary normal pistol. We don't think that needs to be changed. And we would unvault the flintlock pistol, but we would make it rare to legendary. It would do 90, the damage would be 90, 95, and 100, and the headshot multiplier would stay the same. So I guess you could one-shot somebody with a legendary flintlock if you really wanted to.
Or I feel like since there's no damage drop off or pellets, I feel like maybe 1.5 or 1.75 headshot should be implemented into the flintlock, because if you got a legendary flintlock, it could do 200 without any without close damage drop off like a shotgun, or without pellets. It'll be too easy to just one shot people. So I feel that it should be like maybe 1.75 headshot, but it'll still do a lot of damage like it does now.
And finally, the last pistol we want back in the game would be the revolver. Same as what used to be common to legendary, 2 times headshot multiplier.
Okay, now on to items. So okay, we think the harpoon should stay in the game, but we think it should just be a harpoon. We think that getting rid of fishing rods, nobody wants. They're just there. We think we should get rid of fishing rods. They're just replaced by all harpoons. You just use harpoons to fish. But you can also, like, they would add a new way to use them, so you could just fish from the regular lake, or maybe you can only fish from the white spots. Then you'd still get 10 shots with the harpoon. We think gliders, 10 gliders, like an item to join the game. We think a rift to go, the same as before. You find them in stacks of 1, you can hold 2. Shockwaves, find them in stacks of 2, the max is 6. Airstrike, you can find them in 1, but instead of carrying a stack of 4, you can carry a stack of 2. Boogie bombs, you find them in a stack of 2, you can carry 6. Stink bombs, stack of 2, carry 4. Shadow bombs, stack of 2, carry 2. The grenade, you can find it in stack of 3, the max is 6 like it is now. And shield bubbles, you find them in 2 and you can hold 2. Now, heals.
I'll do heals, I guess.
Yeah.
So, for heals, we basically want all of the older heals back. Like, such as chug splashes, chug jugs, and all that stuff. Now, I'll only highlight the changes we made to one. So, slurp juices. So, we would like them to drop in, like, stacks of 1, but there would be you would only be able to hold a maximum of 3 slurp juices. And this would be a new weapon than this next one I'm going to mention. And, well, it's kind of new, but at the same time it isn't. So, if you've played spy games before, you would know about the compact vantage bazooka and the way it works. So we think that would be a fitting weapon for Battle Royale. And it would hold a maximum of 5 charges, and it would recharge. And it would heal for 10 health. And the difference this time was, it couldn't miss. Like, you would pretty much hit it every time. It would lock onto your nearest teammate in a certain radius. Guess I don't know.
Okay, did you do all the heals?
No,
There was something I wanted to say about the AR.
you
What?
can do it in a second. Oh, and one thing, bandages would just no longer be an item also.
Yeah,
I
we
meant
think
for
we
the
should
chug
get rid of
jugs, yeah.
bandages and make chug splashes more like
A little bit more
bandages, like more
Yeah.
common and feel like bandages.
Slurpfish, you can still fish them out, but you can only hold a maximum of 2. Floppers, you can still fish them out, only hold a maximum of 3. Ball fry, you would get 2 per time fish, and you can hold a maximum of 5. What did you want to say about the ARs, Ryan?
You know how there's like bullet drop off at range? I feel like there should be
Yeah.
something like that, but at close range where it does like less damage. You know,
True.
since it's like super
So-
OP at like
So
close
like
range when you
the
jump into
AR,
people's
if it's too
boxes.
far away or too close, there's like a small box in the middle of that where it will do its max damage, because that's what an AR is supposed to do. And maybe if they're if you're right next to each other, you shouldn't be winning shotgun fights with them.
Yeah.
So now for traps. We find the campfire to come back is uncommon though. The damage trap, we want it to be epic, so it's harder to find. And it also does 100 damage instead of 150. We find a launch pad, make that rare. And bouncers, they come in stacks of 2, and those are common. Now vehicles.
Okay, onto vehicles, and these ones are actually really fun. So the vehicles that we would want back in the game would be the Baller and Quad Crasher. The Choppa would remain the same as it was, but there's a difference we want to do with the Baller. So basically, with the Baller, so assuming that the new season is water related, we thought it would be a good idea to make the Baller roll on top of water, and to yeah, basically.
Can I add something?
Sure.
So I had this crazy idea a couple days ago. I thought of it's not only is it a water season where we think we can swim underwater and stay on top of the water like with a baller, but it's going to be in the summer, which gave me this crazy idea of the driftboard being in the game, and when it goes on water, it acts like a surfboard.
Oh, that's actually a really cool idea. And of course, we want to keep bits in the game because there's really nothing wrong with bits.
Did you mention the quad?
I did. Actually,
Okay.
no, I did not mention the quad. There's no real changes with the quad, other than the fact
But we
that
do think
it
it should
would
come
be
to the
in
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then with the map, these are my changes. We could all say our personal changes we think should happen with the map. I feel like Lazy Links should go in place of Craggy Cliffs or Dirty Docks. One of them or somewhere on the map. I feel like Lazy Links should come back. So Lazy Lake, I think, should be Tilted Towers. Because it's basically just the off-brand Tilted Towers. Some great value.
That's facts.
Mom,
Great
we got-
value.
I also
Wait,
think Misty
hey, Mom, I want
Meadows
Tilted Towers.
should be
We got
replaced with a
Tilted Towers at home.
snow concept of Happy Hamlet that fits in with the snow mountains. So like, the snow mountains are around Misty, and I feel like it should just maybe snow and maybe keep Misty, but make it with the snow biome. And I feel the center island should be the block. They should bring that back to block, and they should put it right in the center island. Now, what do you guys think?
One very silly map change that we have made to replace Craggy Cliffs or Dirty Docks, whichever one isn't changed, with Junk Junction because it truly is the best place to land.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I think, I don't know what I think. I think those are great ideas.
Okay.
I do want to see the return of Shifty in some way.
Oh yeah, that would be.
I don't know where they would put it, but I do want to see it come back.
Put Shifty Shaft on top of a sky platform.
Okay. So wait, can I talk about the next couple pieces because I made them
Yes.
personally. So
Well, I hope.
things I wanted to leave from the game are C4, proximities, bandages, crash pads. Only delete crash pads if you're bringing back another mobility like impulse or shockwaves, or maybe even
Bouncers,
keep crash
maybe?
pads. Yeah, bouncers are coming back. I feel like the umbrella, it's annoying to get out of the chest, or maybe make changes to it to a cool melee weapon that could be in the game. And the mythic weapons and mythic POIs I think should go away. Now for concepts I have in the game, Landon, you want to talk about the ability to swim underwater?
So basically, obviously, this is definitely going
And
to be
the snorkel.
a feature. Yeah. So this is definitely going to be a feature next season, assuming it's water related. But we would want the ability to swim underwater. But here's our idea for it, but it would probably be different. So you would have the ability to swim underwater, but after 3 seconds, you would begin to lose 5 health per second. Now 3 seconds is probably too short, so we could probably extend it to 6. And with the snorkel, it would increase the amount of time you can swim underwater. I don't know. And it has a 5-second recharge. It has 15 durability and loses 1 durability every time you go underwater. And now for the guns.
Wait, can I talk about something? So I think Siphon should come back. The changes they made to skill-based matchmaking, I feel like the game just feels more with people like it used to be, and I feel like Siphon should come back. I feel like a 20% farm rate boost should be added, and a 750 material cap, because building too much is annoying. I had ideas on skill-based matchmaking being a KD thing instead of a win thing, but they did change that, so it's all good. I feel like material crates should be a thing, just like ammo crates or chests, that drop 50 of a random material, or they should add mats to ammo crates. Instead of glider redeploy for choppas, you should get an automatic crash pad when you jump out. So right when you're about to jump, like when you jump out from the choppa, instead of they didn't add glider redeploy, so you don't fly across the map and glider redeploy. I think right when you're about to hit the ground, it automatically deploys a crash pad like a parachute. So I talked about the special weapon category that's basically just mythic, and it'll just include snipers, explode guns, and miniguns that are all one rarity, and you can only carry one special weapon at a time.
So
Now
here
creating weapons. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. I'll do you do the first one that you mostly did. I'll work on the second one.
The charge rifle?
Yep, you start with the charge
Okay,
rifle.
so I made this concept for a gun. Called a charge rifle. It's rare through legendary. It's gonna be a special weapon, so the special class where you can only hold one, and it takes up 2 slots. So it'll do 85, 90, and 95 damage. There's no headshot. It takes 5 pellets per charge, so they don't have to make a new ammo type. It takes 1.75 for the rare, 1.5 for the epic, and 1.25 seconds for the legendary to charge up fully. It locks onto targets from max SMG range, so when the SMG starts getting damage drop off, and it has like it at the end of its damage drop off, it locks on the targets from there. It starts charging when locked on, and loss of sight cancels the charge. ADS charges it up, and it holds 3 shots. Reload speed of a drum shotgun, so it takes a while. It holds 12 pellets that are 3 blasts, so basically, or 15 pellets. So basically, you'll load 15 pellets into the gun, and that'll let you shoot 3 times. Now talk about the dual pump.
Well, I'm pretty sure you made changes to the dual pump that I don't have because I didn't update it recently. So I guess you should go over that one too.
Okay. This is what I have. I have a pump in each arm. They're epic and legendary. They do 48 and 56 damage. The headshot is 2 times. The reticle size is like a little bigger than the tech, but a little smaller than like the double barrel. The fire rate would be 0.6. So it shoots like 2 pumps at a time, and it has the range of attack. So it's like a pump, but you shoot twice, and then you wait as long as like the pump would shoot, and then you shoot again twice. So it holds 6 shells and shoots 2 at a time. So, shots. So the reload of a pump, for example, if the pump reloads in 5 shells in 5 seconds, it will reload all 6 shells in 6 seconds. So 8 pellets for each pump, and minimum hit was 3. Each pellet does 6 and 7 damage, so or 6 for the epic and 7 for the legendary. So the minimum damage is 18 for the epic and 21 for the legendary if you hit less than 3 pellets. So then double max headshots with a legendary, if you hit both max headshots, it'll be 112 and 112 for a 224 shot, and it'll be like 1 pumping. And the epic would be 96, 96, and you'll only hit for 192. So you won't be able to 1 pump with the epic if you hit both max headshots with them, but it'll do 192 damage, just like the heavy.
Anyhow, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's really much else we would.
Okay, you want to talk about like the meta, like? Okay, okay.
I don't know.
Landon, you
We
want
can't
to?
really
I
predict
mean,
the meta.
Ryan, you want to talk about like stuff you think about the game, like problems in the game, bugs and stuff?
I don't think he's here anymore.
He isn't.
That's not good.
Okay. Well, basically, so basically the meta right now, we find it's W keying with controllers. They're going brain dead. Things that I think should not be in the game. So the first one I want to start out with is the exploit. Basically, where you put a ramp behind you and you can break the wall as you're jumping up the ramp, so it pushes you on a box. And I find that to be very annoying to every player in this game. When all W keyers, all brain dead controller players do that every match, and it's very annoying. I think that exploit should not be in that game, in the game. Like Tifu said in one of his videos, he said that people should not be able to take your wall. I think they should implement some kind of thing where if you're turbo building, let's say you're turbo building a wall and somebody breaks it and they quickly replace it, like they made it, it was a 50-50. I feel like it should be more 75-25. So if you're turbo building, then you should have a lot better chance to get the wall than the person who's taking it.
I think that's actually a good idea.
Yeah. So the
Yes.
meta right now with the SMGs, ARs, is just W keying and stuff. That's also annoying, which is why I think the tax should come out of the game, and I think the headshots for SMGs and ARs should be reduced, or if you're too close with ARs or SMGs, I think the damage should be reduced.
Anyhow, I think that is actually pretty much it this time.
Yeah, I just want to say there's something about the map. So this is pretty much mostly going to happen, but I think all the mythic items and places with the bosses, all the henchmen, all the places that were added this season, I think they should go away, and I think
You already
that
said
shouldn't
this,
be in
I'm pretty
next
sure.
season.
I'm pretty sure you already said this.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah. Okay.
So, credit to Cypher BK and Kiwis for making videos just like this that I watched and got ideas from. I have the notes actually for all this, and I'll put the link in the description. So, like the video and subscribe.
Like this video. Make sure to leave a comment and subscribe.
Yeah.
Make sure to share it with your friends.
Yeah, and leave a like in the comments.